Hi there and welcome back to the Sahi Pro tutorial series. Now, my dear friends, if you remember in the last example, we had written a simple test case wherein we were checking the register page functionality of the open cart application. Now, the 4 steps here were go to the register page, create an account, verify account creation and log out. We as testers know that we need to test a particular test case using a variety of data. Right? Different combinations of data. Now imagine if again I had to change the credentials, I have to go here and change first name, last name, email, telephone, password, confirm. No. This is all about automation. I wouldn't like to explicitly type out the details every time. Then what is the point of automation testing? So a better way would be something like this. Let me show you. For example, my friends, assume this is our test case where I have my 4 steps in which create account requires first name, last name, email, telephone, password and confirm password from me. Now instead of every time manually going into this test case and changing it, what if I could create a file? Let me call this file as account details.csv. But please understand, it could be an Excel file also, in which case the extension would look something like this. Let us assume it is a CSV file. Now in this comma separated value files, I will be adding all these data as a row. And then row by row, I will be giving the different data points that I want. Wonderful. Now imagine if this test case could go into the CSV file, fetch a particular row of data, execute the test case for that data. Next, take the second row, execute. Third row, execute. Imagine if this operation could happen. Do you think it would be a great help? And if the answer is yes, then Sahi Pro has you covered, because let me introduce you to the concept of a data drive. A data drive is exactly what I showed you, wherein a test case can fetch data from a CSV or an Excel file and execute the test case for multiple different values. A data drive can be used in 2 use cases. The first one would be when multiple test cases need access to the same data and hence storing it in one common place would be beneficial. The second use case would be the same test case needs to run using different data points, which is what now I have just showed you. Now the question is, how can we create this data drive? It's just a matter of couple of clicks because Sahi Pro is a low code tool. Let me show you how. Now let me show you data drive in real life action. Now my dear friends, let us assume I want to create 5 unique users or I want to register them onto OpenCart. Now the tedious way to do it would be to always go and change the values here and keep rerunning the test case. But obviously Sahi Pro has a more efficient solution for you using data drive. Now let me show you data drive in action. Now what I'm going to do is this first step, which is go to register page, I'm just going to go click on that 5. So it will select the entire row. Then I'm just going to hold shift and I'm going to select all the rows below it, which is our 4 functions which we need to perform. I'm just going to right click and I'm going to say data drive like this. Upon doing data drive, this prompt opens up and automatically you can see it has told me that, okay, do you want all this data to be there in the data drive file, which is my first name, last name, email, telephone, password, confirm. Yes, you can select or deselect whatever you want. I obviously want everything, so I'm going to select everything, right? Now what I'm going to do here is obviously I need to give a name. I'm going to call this as user data. That's what I'm going to call it as. Now there is some labels. So maybe labels, I will put it as user records. Now it is totally up to you. You can give any label you want. All right, great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and click on save. The moment I click on save, you can see what is going to happen is some red color new thing has come here. Do you notice that? And if you notice here, it is saying user data.csv. It has created a comma separated value file. Now, if I just click on that CSV file, then clearly one can notice that if I just scroll down here, you have user data.csv. And here automatically it has created some columns, user records, first name, last name, email, telephone, password, confirm, and it has taken my first piece of data. Now, few things here. What I'm going to basically do here is, this is a label, so you can ignore the label. So what I'm going to do here is, obviously I want to change this email and you can see it has put the email within double quotes. I'll remove the double quotes, otherwise it is not going to work properly because our OpenCart is not going to accept an email within double quotes, right? Wonderful. And I will also probably just change this email to something like maybe hjk@gmail.com. Wonderful. Now I'm going to create another record. Maybe I'll call it as Mega. Okay, I will call it as N is the last name. Okay, and I'll give some email ID cvb@gmail.com. I'm going to give another number, maybe 45 something like this, some random number I'm giving. Then the password is Sahi@345, and even the confirmation is going to be the same, 345. Now I'm going to quickly fast forward this and I'm going to fill in another 3 rows. Alright, so just watch me do that. Wonderful. So I hope you can see these are the 5 unique IDs that I want to create an open cart. Wonderful. I'm just going to save this file, after which I'm going to go back to my scenario, and all you need to do here, my dear friends, is you need to now just go and click on this button called as playback. I want you to observe the differences carefully. So I'll just click on playback like this. Everything is the same. The browser is Chrome. This is the start URL. Everything is the same. I'm just going to go and click on run here. Upon clicking run, the same process continues, where first and foremost it is automatically going to open Chrome. It is also going to bring up the URL. It is going to go to the register page, fill in the first person's details, and then account has been successfully created. It is obviously clicking on continue, logging out. Now the same process is going to repeat for the second account, as you can see. There you go. At just a click of a button, I've been able to automate this. Second profile is also successfully ready, log out. Same thing happens for the third profile as well, as you can clearly see. Great, third is also ready. Next, let's see whether it does it for the fourth one. It is going to log out. Absolutely yes, it is going to create the fourth profile also. Successfully created. It is going to log out. And definitely for the last and final record which we have, which is Jon Snow. Wonderful, great. It has created an account. It has been successfully created. It is going to log out, and once it logs out, it's done. Clearly you can see here that the test case has passed, and if you want to check it, always you can go to the log section, and there if you notice just now we have run a test case where it has passed for all these values. I hope you're able to notice. Now this is a great tool for any automation tester. That is why we tell you Sahi Pro is a low code tool which is going to make your automation journey an effortless and seamless one. I hope you enjoyed whatever was taught in this tutorial. Catch you in the next one, and it's my kind request to just practice and play around with Sahi Pro before you come watch the next tutorial. See you there. Bye bye.